Hi everybody, here's Krystian.
And this is Gereon.
And this is Trace 5.
Trace 5, indeed.
So welcome to our January review, our January lightning round, where we're going to go through the 2 Star Championships that we recorded in January.
Yeah, and this is a best of. So we did a pre-selection of the games.
And so this is the 4th round of this, the 4th. I think it's the 4th, yeah. The 4th round, yes. First game from the 4th round of the Star Championship in Mainz.
In Mainz, indeed, at Merlin's game store, which is a great venue. A small store, but very, very nice. The owners open the store on a Sunday. They bring homemade muffins and brownies and stuff, and it's amazing.
It's basically just we're there just for the muffins. We don't care about Netrunner.
Yeah, we're just there for the food.
Okay, so on the right we have Daniel, which we saw in the previous round, who won in a very violent fashion with CI. Exactly. Now he's running. On the left we have Jens. Where's Jens from?
I think he's from the Mainz, Frankfurt, Darmstadt area. I only see him when we play in this area.
Okay. And so he will playing Wayland. Which Wayland is this? Is that the new one? The one where you do like meat damage when you pass in advance?
Is it Builder of Nations?
Can you check on your app on that? The Gereon made an app, by the way. This is a good moment to push his app.
Everybody has it by now.
Well, just maybe some new players in there. So if you have an iOS device, you should use a net deck to build your beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's Builder
decks.
of Nations.
It's Builder of Nations. So this is the one where you do 1 meat damage the first time you pass an ice with an advancement
token on it. Yeah.
So we're going to see a lot of advanceable ice. That's interesting. It's finally not a CI. Yes.
Yeah. Finally.
And of course, Daniel is playing the Val, and she has a 1 bad pup starting out. Yeah. So 1 credit during her runs to spend extra. Installs immediately a film critic there,
which is. It's good, yeah.
It's good. Usually what I like to see is the film critic against Wayland, because Hunter Seeker is such a card.
Hunter Seeker is an important card, yeah. And we should also probably say that Builder of Nations almost immediately after it was printed got an important errata. So it doesn't matter how you get by the ice, whether you fork it or spoon it or whatever. If you bypass it using farm or inside job, you're still taking the damage.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. So there's HQ is wide open, which is these days is very en vogue. In the early days of Netrunner, that would have been just impossible. What are you doing?
Impossible because account siphon.
But these days it's like now it's a whole new world. Yeah. Consulting visits 2 times accessed from HQ, and another sure gamble. Daniel getting up the monies. And he complains that Jens is playing too many consulting visits.
Rightly so, I would say.
Yeah, how dare you? Okay, so there's a naked install right there. Apparently discussing some different situation where somebody managed to get 6 hedge funds in his deck. What is this? What is this? Is it trace 1 something?
Something that's tracing.
Something. Is it door to door? It might be door to door. Look up door to door. Yeah, it's door to door.
Yeah.
What does it do?
When the runner's turn begins, trace 1. If successful, do 1 meat damage if the runner is tagged. Otherwise, give the runner 1 tag.
Okay. So that's interesting. So I guess he paid the trace now? I'm not sure what he did. So I guess this door to door, it's a current, right?
Yes.
3 credit currents, juicy, meaty current. So I guess now the bad guys are trying to find the Daniel's whereabouts and give him a tag. And Daniel is now he's on the clock. He has to be like, guts to, oh, nice.
Activist is great.
I love the counter too. Door to door and suddenly activist meeting. It's the same hallway, perhaps, So now whenever Jens has to rest something, he has to discard the card from his hand. And also discarding the paperclip, I think.
Yeah.
Did you put it by side just to remind everybody that
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I love it. The current play is very good right now. This is one of the parts of the meta that which I really enjoyed. Like it's not too much now. Sometimes there's a current there.
I think its currents are in a good spot right now.
You did good, FFG. You did good.
Okay. Let's be consulting visit. Yes. It's the third time or the fourth time even.
It's good. By the way, I love the color of those sleeves, of those beautiful pink sleeves.
The pink ones.
Hot pink is what we call this color.
Pink for Valencia.
Definitely. And of course, this beautiful combination with this playmat. I love it. This is so good. Very well color coordinated here. All right, so that is the second breaker out, and the third breaker, oh, that's another paperclip. Okay, so we have now Black Orchestra and paperclip in the discard pile. These are breakers which he can bring back when he encounters the right eyes.
That's important.
And so he can deal with...
consulting visit.
Please be a consulting visit. Oh no, what? Something was discarded. Oh, because he rests something.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe let's just finish up. So he can break barriers and code gates now.
Yeah, he's only missing the MK Ultra.
And Jens rest a, what's the name again? Something popular, something...
public sympathy.
No, it's not.
Is it sympathy? No.
So the idea is that it's ticking down. It starts with 3 counters, and every turn it's ticking 1 counter down. And when all counters are gone, it becomes a...
Public support.
Public support is the name of it. Yeah. It becomes a 1-point agenda.
Yeah, which forces Daniel's hand, basically, if he wants to avoid this.
So Daniel has to run in there and get it, or trash it, but that won't be an agenda that he can score. It's just something that he prevents the opponent from doing. Drawing some beautiful... Oh, there we go.
There's the MK.
Yeah, so, he has to show the inject here real quick. Just show them all real quick. And the turtle's also gone. Okay, so all of the breakers are accounted for and in the discard pile. This is good. But still, that public support, how can he... Well, I guess now he can just run there and see.
He's on 14, 15 credits.
Yeah, and he has bad pup.
That's true. But he's
willing to
for this turn, it's okay. He can ignore it for this turn. Next turn, he's got to do something about it.
I'm not a fan myself of letting it tick down to the last counter, because usually that's where the corporation doubles down.
Doubles down on ice, exactly.
On the other hand, maybe Jens has some kind of bad answer. This was before the guitar cycle, we have to say.
Yeah.
So there is no nasty, wake up call or something that can be happening. Not too many targets for a wake up call either. So that's not like a big problem. Let's see. Jens considering which advancement on the R&D ice. So this will trigger his ability, and there's also an upgrade on HQ, which might be Stenson. Could it be also a Krystian, perhaps? But why would you install it on HQ, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna say Stenson. Yeah. But again, this is a Wayland build. It's unknown territory. It could be anything. That's a problem with Wayland. It could be anything. There's so many builds now, and all of them viable. All right. Daniel still considering what to do here. Okay.
Stimac on HQ.
HQ? What? So the problem always is if there's those breakers in the discard pile, do you rest anything as a corporation? Because you can also just come through, and then because what basically happens now, Daniel gets a free.
Gets them for free from the Stimac money.
Yeah,
exactly.
Wait a minute. Why does things? Oh yeah, that's gonna be for the access. Yeah. So then now the paperclips installed. What did he rest? Is that a firewall? It's a firewall. So a big...
And again, the consulting business. That's amazing.
Okay. All right.
So it gets a data sucker token.
And that's a Stinson as expected.
Exactly, it's funny. And he trashes it. Yeah, with the bad pup and the Stimac money.
Yeah, that's fine.
It needs to go.
That's good. And then getting the brain damage. Oh, I want to eat those sleeves. They look so delicious. Okay. Oh,
and it's the one thing that you don't want to lose your eyefat worse for is brain damage.
It's like rain on your wedding day. Yeah. So getting a data sucker token here, install the data sucker as well. Very classy build. I like it. I like the old data sucker builds. Even though I hate data sucker myself. I'm a very conflicted human being. Okay, so let's see what happens now. Yeah. Daniel still considers?
Netrunner does that to you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
If you're playing the cards, they're great. If you're playing against them, you hate them.
That's how it works, indeed. 3 clicks left. There's lots that you can do. He actually gets credits. Interesting. He gets credits. This card.
Wow.
I would have kept that. But I guess maybe he... Wow, he actually lets this through. Wow. 1 point for Jens. Holy crap. That's kind of fascinating. But why didn't he just go in there? I guess you have to attack the opponent where they don't expect you? Or something? I don't know.
It's interesting still.
And starting other thing, something also like I'm wondering about is why Jens didn't advance this firewall. Like it seems to me like if I was playing this, there we go. Because it seems to me like if I can advance something, I will, right? Because that's what
especially if he wants to take advantage of his idea ability. He has to have advanced eyes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's going to be another inject. Another turtle gets dunked on.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think we're going to see 2 mining accidents in the future. Yeah, keep the cars there. You don't need them. That will teach them.
Yeah.
It's yours now.
Daniel, pick them up.
Daniel is very far away right now.
Pick them up. They're yours. You can play them. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, apparently things are not going Daniel's way.
No, he doesn't sound too happy.
I mean, it's not too bad. He's just 1 point behind. He has all that he needs. It's good.
13 credits is also not too shabby.
Oh, also, by the way, they forgot that the current got no, it didn't got trashed.
No, it didn't.
Right?
It's
because it wasn't a score. It was just put in the score area. Okay. Yeah.
So playing 2 daily casts, money up for the coming.
That's good.
For the coming turns.
I like it. It's a very safe thing, setting up for the future. Currently, there is no big danger on the board right now. No. So there's no reason to be like very aggressive. I'm guessing like what he's looking for is maybe like some kind of high impact run, because again this ability is kind of like something you don't want to be running every turn. You want to run once, but like really meaty way. Discarding that mining accidents.
Yeah, he's got 2 of them,
and also the mad dash. Wow.
Interesting.
Oh no! Oh Daniel, why did you install 2 of those? Oh!
And he's so low on money that he now is
rough.
Open up the money window.
He could have just run on archives and do the. He could have just. Never mind.
For all the listeners, Krystian is now desperately pointing at the screen.
Mining accidents.
Yes.
I don't know. Okay, but I'm not going to second guess. He's way better than I am in recent tournaments, so whatever. Okay, so
hedge and IPO for Barney.
Yeah, so now the idea with Barney is he can get back cards from archives and play them again, remove them from the game then, but he doesn't have to pay for them. So all the money cards are just ridiculously. And so now his credit count is just spiking uncontrollably. Yeah. And of course, Daniel brought it up to himself a little bit by playing those 2 daily casts. It kind of like lowered his money count low enough for Stinson to trigger. It triggers only below 6 credits, I think.
6 credits, yes.
Of course, now he's back in the money again, but now it's too late. Now the damage has been done. So what are we looking at? Maybe C-Source? What do you think?
Maybe, yeah. Daniel is not going to win the race anytime soon.
Yeah, absolutely not. So C-Source, I was thinking, I don't know if it's C-Source, because it's like one tag these days doesn't do too much, right?
Yeah, but then you can do that as judge.
Yeah, okay, yeah. If you set up some stuff, that's true. Also, you can do, I mean, if he has
Hard hitting.
Yeah, but
then he has to run. Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, Caesar as well. But with hard hitting news, it's like at 8 credits, it doesn't matter how much money the corporation has. You know, it's what gets removed anyway. And Daniel, I guess, is eager to just draw through his deck. I guess he's looking for something. Maybe a medium? Daniel, you won't find a medium in your deck. Wow, sick. Oh, that hurts. That hurts now.
That does hurt.
Oh, those mining accidents. Getting all discarded. So the mining accidents, for newcomers, is a card that can be played to get an additional bad pop or to lower the credits of the corporation.
By 5.
I guess, okay, that makes sense. Like, because if you use the mining accident, probably Jens would just pay the 5 credits. And at this point, it doesn't really matter. And that all that Daniel would accomplish is that he would lose 3 credits. All right, Dutch Laundry.
One in our archives.
Oh, okay.
There's a judge in there, isn't there?
No, I think
that was the punitive.
The killer, the contract killer.
Yeah.
And a punitive counter-strike. So I'm thinking that maybe Jens is playing some big, beefy agendas.
Government?
Maybe.
Takeover?
Maybe. I mean, I was actually thinking of 5-3 agendas, but we already know that there are some notes that somebody scribbled on a piece of paper. We heard that we might see a government takeover throughout this game somehow. Okay, so a knifed on the HQ. I love it. I love it. Daniel is finally recovering here somehow.
Yeah.
So that breaks the firewall and allows him to kill the firewall.
But he still gets the damage.
The damage? Oh yeah, because he... Is that so? Does he get the damage?
Yes, that was the point of the errata to Builder of Nations.
Because after the counter ends, right?
Yes.
But wasn't it like to make bypassing work?
No, exactly. It was bypassing what in the original version.
But it wasn't bypassed. It was trashed.
Yes, but it's still. I believe it. They should have suffered the damage. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe might have been a misplayed here. Not trashing the Stinson here, which I find interesting, but I guess the idea is that if he trashed the Simpson, then he would open himself for a 3rd Stinson, and that wouldn't be impossible right now with his luck. By the way, did he access another?
I didn't see.
I forgot. If that was another, we should put up like a consulting visit counter, how many consulting visits he accessed in this game. Okay. Okay, there's a draw by Jens. I'm putting... Now there's 2 cards in the server. What do you think these 2 cards are?
It's hard to say. Price Hack, maybe?
It would be good.
Price Hack is a very good Valen card.
Yeah, especially if he wants to set up a punitive counter-strike situation.
Yeah. He must have. There's no way he doesn't have 3 of them in hand.
That's kind of amazing.
Yeah, you definitely need to come up with some turban-based counter animation.
That's just kind of amazing. If I was Dan, I would suspect foul play here. Wow. He goes for it. Okay, so that is going to be a Colossus, is that true?
I believe so.
Colossus. So it's a code gate, I think, right? No, Sentry. Yeah, trash a program and tag.
Tag the runner.
So Daniel has to get his MK Ultra out and break it. It's a strength 4, but it's once advanced. I think it's the one that gets strength, right?
Mm-hmm. But he's got data sucker tokens to compensate for that.
That's true, yeah. All right, so he gets out the MK Ultra. Gets down to strength 3, I believe, and then he can just break it once with a MK Ultra. And it's all right. They forgot the damage again. Right?
Mm-hmm.
No, but because now that he absolutely would have got the damage.
Yeah. And I think the new wording is whenever an encounter ends, and the encounter also ends when you bypass. That's the idea, I believe.
Apparently he whiffed, or he doesn't want to run again. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to spread the runs over multiple turns because of the ability, right? Wow, not a daily cast. All the 3 daily casts at the same time.
There's another misplay because he forgot to take another turning wheel token. Indexing gives you a guaranteed turning wheel token.
That's true.
There you go. I'll remember.
Apparently whiffed here. Like, it makes sense. Like if Jens is playing some really beefy agendas, the agenda density must be really low. So he touches this card, but decides not to do anything with it.
What would be in there that he would be thinking to? Oh yeah, he's hesitant to res anything because of the hacktivist, of course.
That's true. He might get his consulting wizard trashed.
Yeah.
Okay, he overrides something.
Replacing whatever was in there.
And it also beefs up HQ defenses, makes sense as well. Maybe advancing something. Okay, Colossus advanced. That's good. So now I guess Daniel needs like 2 additional data sucker tokens to get it like to the sweet spot. And that's a lot. Getting the daily casts. Finally, the daily casts are paying off. Okay. Liberated. And gets 8 from the liberated. That's a classic. It's a liberated and click twice. You're basically down in the green again. You spend a lot of clicks, but at least we're
and the 3rd Earthrise.
Wow. I mean, that's a problem with Val. The deck size is just so gigantic. You have to be really aggressive.
Fast,
yeah. And Anarchs don't have like any in-faction tutors. So whatever you need, you have to draw into it.
Yeah. But with Inject and the bin breakers.
So there's another advance on the Colossus. Jens is really like I would be careful with that, like, because we saw that Daniel has the knifed, so maybe he also has a forked against the Sentry. So that's kind of like a dangerous situation to be in. We see also another advance on the remote server here. So this remote server is also being beefed up. Again, I'm not
sure what he's stashing in there.
Yeah. Also, like, Daniel can break anything if you have enough money, right? This is kind of a very tough situation to create like a scoring server, which apparently Jens is trying to do. Okay, Dirty Laundry Archives, I would assume.
Archives, yeah.
Sure, get those counters. Oh, that was a public symphony in that server.
Support.
Support, yeah. Another public thing, whatever. I was wondering if that's the Elizabeth Mills on this artwork. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Could be, yeah.
Could be also maybe that woman that is on Fast Track, or maybe it's just a woman.
I don't think it's Elizabeth.
Also, I feel like it looks like it's not really the case, but it looks like she has like a stash of money in her hand, but it's actually something behind her.
Yeah, it's a bear.
Okay, so there's another. See, he's making the scoring server. There's another ice there, so he prepares this for something big.
The question is the agenda already in there?
You think so? Like he parked it there and just preparing to like start advancing it eventually? It'd be funny. Okay, so there's the Earthrise Hotel taking off for Daniel.
So I'm going to cash pay for yourself. 2 for the MC, 2 get back for the cash.
Okay.
What? Oh, he just gets money from
3 clicks from all the money.
Yeah. Wait, didn't you click twice last turn already? Oh, no, it was another one. Okay. Oh, and he plays the third one. Oh my gosh.
With career fair.
Oof. Oh man, there's just like it's a very passive game so far. Both runners are just like both players are just like building up their board state and not really willing to engage with each other. Yeah. Oh wow. Vertically, so maybe we're gonna see a score here. Oh wow. What is happening?
So, Biotic
consulting visit. Finally, it's being played. Maybe it's a good moment to run on HQ. Oh.
Dedication ceremony?
No, it's not. The dedication ceremony is... Holy crap, he did it.
On government takeover.
What's the name of this card again? Couriers, Mars Couriers.
Yes. Mars Planet Couriers or something.
He did it. He did the thing. He won the game, right?
Yes, he did, because he had...
It's just like one turn the government takeover. Red Planet Couriers.
Red Planet Couriers.
What does it do again?
Spend click. Move all advancement tokens from all installed cards to one card that can be advanced. So, and I was right, he was keeping the takeover in there all the time, all along.
Wow, very ballsy play.
Nice one.
Very ballsy play. Why didn't Daniel just run there?
It's true.
Like, okay, it's sure. Like, you wouldn't expect somebody to park such big agenda, and you would also expect it to, like, okay, if this is really a big agenda like this, you would expect it to, like, but wow, holy crap!
That's a nice deck.
I like.
I like it.
But I still think like Daniel was a bit not aggressive enough. I mean, we saw some HQ accesses, but he had all the money in the world. There was no reason for him to just stand there and get his money. Like, he should have like used his turning wheel counters maybe a bit more aggressively here, just applying some pressure here.
Yes,
not exactly on this server, but I feel like HQ or R&D would have been a good target to just like a peek at just a couple of times. Maybe see some more consulting visits.
I mean, even if you don't see anything, you at least get the turning wheel tokens out of it.
And keep the pressure up.
And keep the pressure on R&D high with that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was afraid of some kind of...
Interesting game.
Very interesting. I love it. Okay, so finally we broke the curse. It's finally no longer a CI game, although kind of broken in a different way, but an exciting new way. So we're going to move on to a different sort of Star Championship. We're not going to... Who won this Star Championship? Do you know?
I think Daniel won in the end.
Daniel won? What was he in the last turn? I don't have a list here. Do we have a list here? What was the final round? Final round was Matthew versus Jan.
So either Jan or Daniel won.
Okay, good.
I'm not sure.
Good. Very well earned victory, I guess, whoever won. All right, guys. So we're gonna move on to the next game, next Star Championship. I hope you'll join us next time around. And as always,
hack the planet!
Hack the planet! Hack the planet!
Shut up and get in the car!
Shit on me.